place. I'm doing fine, I'm feeling great. You're not my fan, you can't relate. Straight talk going, stays not safe. Before you cross me, look both ways. Leaving the scene with no trace, none in my league. You out of place, I'm not at the top, I'm outer space. Can't eat with us, we're out of place. I'm doing fine, I'm feeling great. You're not my fan, you can't relate. Straight talk going, state to state.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's your host, your boy, George Bukai, one and only here, Straight Talk Wrestling in the Straight Talk Studios, the newly revamped studios. Now you get a full 360, if you will, of what the basement looks like, because this is a wall that, this is a wall that you have never seen. So now you get to see this wall.
Angles. Right?
Angles, yeah, you got to have perceptions. Yeah, you got to get those angles. And without further ado, this is the voice of reason, Michelle Arujo. She's back. This is our yearly Royal Rumble prediction show. Michelle always comes back for this one because of the fact that this is our agreed upon favorite event as it is most others.
Yeah.
And this is what kicks off, we all know, the road to WrestleMania.
How iconic is that though? Like, I want to know who came up with that. Probably Vince himself, right? But the road to WrestleMania. So like, let's get this shit going.
Yeah.
Well,
it is a progression because this is the longest part of wrestling in terms of storytelling.
Yes.
This is where, feuds kind of tie up from last year. You put a little ribbon in it or a pin in it. And this is where you start building those feuds that go forward.
Yes.
And you start developing what could be new feuds, a best of 7, if you will, or a best of 3. And there's opportunities for the storylines to take a couple of U-turns or roadblocks, if you will, on this road to WrestleMania. But this is the best event because this event is filled with so many what ifs, straight up possibilities, rumors. Could we have it? Could they come back? Could they not? I don't know. But let's kick it off as we always do with what we assume what they would kick off the show with, which would be, and so far, guys, we're recording this a week out from the actual event. This is going to drop 5 days before the event. So some more matches may be announced, but what we know right now, we are predicting in this show. So let's talk the Women's Royal Rumble.
Okay.
This year is going to be filled with a lot of specialties because the NXT roster has, again, accumulated a lot of great female talent.
Right.
I expect to see some NXT call-ups come up. We also expect to see the main roster definitely fulfill. We expect to see possibly some legends return.
Right. Yeah.
So let's talk NXT roster first. And again, we don't watch the product full out.
Exactly.
But we do know a few that are probably on their radar or fans really like. Cora Jade being one of them.
Right.
Cora Jade, definitely probably going to make an appearance in the Rumble. Also, the current women's champion, Roxy or Roxanne Perez, if you will. She will most likely make an appearance. But is there anybody in that NXT roster that you see possibly coming up? Could we see, considering her injury, I believe her rehab is almost done. Could we see Ariana Grace, aka Bianca Corelli, maybe making a Royal Rumble appearance?
She's very tenacious. Like you brought up Ariana Grace. She is very tenacious. I know, her on a personal level. So I think even if she's not 100% ready, she will try to find a way to make some sort of an appearance to let everybody know, hey, I'm here. Just because I'm injured doesn't mean that you can forget about me. And I think that would be a smart move. That's something that I would do, to be like, yeah, I'm injured, but I'm still coming for the top spot.
Eventually down the line. I'm here to show you I will be here.
Yeah.
Almost like Bianca Belair, where she had that really good turning when she was still in NXT. Most eliminations, then came back the following year to win the Rumble.
Yes.
And go on to have the classic match with Mercedes Moné or Sasha Banks, however you want to call her these days.
Whatever.
That.
We know who we're talking about.
We know who
we're talking about.
Exactly. So those are 3 that I see for sure. Obviously, the NXT Women's Champion, I feel, definitely has to make an appearance of some kind. But here's the key question, because this is the future of their women's division.
Right.
How long do you allow them to be in the Rumble? Because if you're going to have the NXT Women's Champion come in and get eliminated in under a minute, any fire that she would have would be extinguished.
Goodbye. Yeah.
Because that's the future of your women's division, and she got kicked out in under a minute.
Yeah.
I don't know, but if she stays in there longer, they might give that sense of, oh, she could take it, and then
perhaps
she goes.
Yeah.
So here's my question to you. Will we see a member of the female roster from NXT come up? And if they do, could they potentially make it to the Final 4?
Okay. So I definitely see coming up, for sure. Final 4, to me, when it comes to WWE especially, is you've got the chops, you are a well-rounded talent where we know you can kick ass in the ring, you can hold your own behind a mic, you can do promos, I think they want somebody who's well-rounded. That's who everybody wants to see. That's a superstar. So I think to make it to the top 4, it has to be somebody who is dotting their I's, crossing their T's, like
somebody who checks every box.
every single box.
Do you see a member of the women's roster in NXT having somebody that checks every box? Does Roxanne Perez check every box? Does Cora Jade check every box? Because those are the 2 names that I feel are the strongest capabilities to make an appearance.
Maybe just being in the Rumble will determine, do they have the chops, right?
Like a sink or swim situation.
Yeah, like I think that a lot of the times, because there's so much going on in the ring, like somebody could get a message of like, okay, now this one, sorry, you've had your time, like out, you got eliminated now, or like, you know, it's been your 5 minutes, whatever the case is. I think there's some way to kind of keep it organized, right? Because there's so much chaos. So I think, you know, depending on what they show, that's how long you stay. That's what I think. And I think that's fair.
I think you're right on that. I think you're right on that. The more impressive you are in the ring, unless you're like an AJ Styles who made his debut at a Rumble, you're going to get that. You're going to get that 30 minutes. And he did. He lasted actually, I think, a little bit longer than 30 minutes in his first Rumble. And for a second there, I think we all thought, holy shit, this kid might take it.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it didn't, but he went on to have that epic match with Jericho. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay.
We're okay.
Why we all remember Y2 Jericho. And if you anybody got those shirts, you lucky sons of fucking bitches, because I couldn't get the shirt. Every time I went on WWEshop.com, it was fucking sold out. I even tried to buy it in a small just so I can hang it in here. I wasn't gonna wear it. I just wanted to have it.
Get the image. Go to t-shirt.
It's not the same.
I know it's
you gotta have the WWE official. It just and their shirts are so breathable. I love WWE shirts now.
Yeah, they switched breathable. It up, so now it's not so bad.
It's
I
very
remember
comfortable.
I got this Sasha Banks one, and that material was so
it was like sandpaper, right?
It was so thick though, like the material. I was like, what is this?
And you're walking around, and you're like, why am I sweating in a fucking t-shirt? And I get it, it's the summer, but I don't sweat this much in a fucking t-shirt. Yeah, you're right. When you have those, it's like when you order pro wrestling tees and you don't pay the extra $4 for the soft material, you get sandpaper. And on a guy,
$4, bro.
Oh, I do, because I didn't pay the $4 before, and I've got to tell you, all kinds of sandpaper. Like I took the shirt off, and it was just like, it looked like I had been through a war, and all I did was wear a fucking t-shirt for a couple hours.
Quality over quantity, you get what you pay for.
Absolutely.
Right? So,
but for me, I get fucked twice, because I have to pay for the soft material. Then I have to pay an extra $4 because I need a bigger size. So pro wrestling tees, you know, does fuck bigger men a lot. So fuck you guys.
No, how about we just put it out to them of like, hey man, wrestling is for everybody. T-shirts are for everybody.
Just because just because I'm bigger, I like my shirts a little bit. Cut us some slack. Says the person who always wears a medium and doesn't have to pay the extra $3.
This is an extra small.
Okay, even worse.
Sometimes it's kids.
I haven't been an extra small since I was born. So, you know, just gonna throw that out there. All right, let's talk legends.
Okay.
And returns for the women's Rumble.
Okay.
So returns, there is a rumor that Chelsea Green has been re-signed by the WWE.
Okay.
Logical appearance for her to make would be returning at the Rumble.
Of course.
Now we can count out Peyton Royce, if you will, because she had a baby.
Okay.
Congratulations to her and Sean Spears, or Cassie is her name.
Yes.
Congratulations to them, Cassie Lee and Sean Spears, for welcoming the birth of their child. Fantastic news. So she's out of the mix. But we also do know that Billie Kay is kind of in limbo right now because her tag team partner being out. Could Billie Kay make a return? But now here's the thing. A lot of women have come back. Mia Yim came back, made an immediate impact. We saw Nikki Cross finally return to Nikki Cross. She got rid of that ASF nonsense, ASH.
That was the weirdest thing.
Almost a superhero stuff. I didn't like that shtick at all.
It was weird.
So she came back as like the darker, grittier Nikki Cross. Yeah. I think Chelsea Green is a logical choice, but there also is rumors that Naomi, still with WWE,
I've heard
we could feel the glow again at Royal Rumble.
That's where she shines, right? Her and Kofi Kingston are the two that
always give you that moment. Always give you those Rumble moments. Yeah, for sure. So do you think that we could see a returning Chelsea Green? Do you think that we could see a returning Naomi? Do you also think that we may see a debut of someone who, like last year, we had some big breaking barrier walls where we had the Impact Knockouts champion, Mickie James, had an incredible interview with you on Straight Talk. It's in the archives. Check it out. Me and the mini host.
Check it out.
Check it out. But we're not going to see her again because we would have already gotten news about that.
Right.
But could we potentially see a women's champion from somewhere else? Could we, who knows? Could we see, stranger things have happened? I know I'm throwing a long shot here.
Yeah.
Could we see a women's champion from New Japan come over?
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's more logical you're going to see that in AEW than you will in WWE, but WWE's been doing a lot of surprising things of late. They've acknowledged other organizations.
Yes.
They acknowledged the passing of Jay Briscoe. which, you know, again,
Yep.
condolences to Jay Briscoe and his family
Yep.
for that. We understand that the daughter, his oldest daughter, made out surgery. She is having feeling in her lower appendages again, thighs and legs. So we're hoping there's a long road to recovery there. But shout out to all the people that donated. You know, the Steen family, 10K, Jericho, 15K, Cody and Brandy Rhodes, $1,000. Well, I'm sorry, but gotta call
I
spade.
was not prepared for that. I'm sorry.
All I said was I just named monetary values.
No.
There was an innuendo. There was an innuendo there. Now, Cody making his return.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get to that later.
Yep.
Could we see Brandy Rhodes?
You know, a lot of the times when it's a couple,
Mhm.
I think it's always a 2-for-1 deal.
Mm.
Like a lot of that we've even seen with Matt Cardona, Chelsea Green and him have been like inseparable,
Mm.
right? So
We'll get into that later too in the men's, is if we could see Matt Cardona, but that's a question for later.
Right.
But let's talk about the women's right now. So Chelsea Green, yes or no?
I say yes.
Naomi, yes or no?
Yes, for sure.
Brandy
100%.
Rhodes.
Maybe.
Okay, so
Like,
you
I
can't give me a
don't-
yes, you can't give me a no.
You know what? If it's a maybe, it's a no.
Okay, so you're going to say no for
Yeah,
Brandy Rhodes.
yeah.
Now, is there anybody else? I mean, free agency wise, there's not really a whole lot of free agents to be going after. There are some big male free agents that have come up
Yes.
from MLW, which we're going to get into in a very little bit because two big
Yes.
names are on the free agency list from there. But could we potentially see maybe a Taya Valkyrie come back over? Because she is
Yes.
between Triple A
Yes.
and she's in MLW as well.
Yeah.
Also still does things here and there with Impact. Could we see a Taya Valkyrie come back into WWE? Like, I mean, I don't, because the problem is with the Women's Royal Rumble, as much as WWE does have a very strong female roster, it's not a full roster. It's not 30 women deep. It isn't.
Yeah.
Between SmackDown, Raw, and NXT,
Yeah.
it is not. So we are going to see some legends. We are going to see some returns. As for surprises, other than Chelsea Green, I don't see any.
I don't see any. And in kind of just looking at a few articles that are kind of around on the internet right now, they're saying that WWE right now is like an all hands on deck kind of situation. So I think for both Rumbles, the majority of people we are going to see are people that we have seen affiliated with WWE
At one point or another.
Somebody that's already on their roster. I think they'll have surprises. This is the perfect time to do that. WrestleMania also, but Rumble, because it's like the piñata of
I like that. I actually like that. Yeah.
You know, it's like the piñata of it all.
First event of the year. Got to make it a big spectacle. You don't.
You don't know what's in there, but
as long as it's not razor blades and rat poison, I think you're okay.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Candyman, the original Candyman, was a guy in the street that filled the sugar sticks with. Anyways,
actually,
completely.
That's an urban legend. That's not true.
I know. We can get into that later.
It's definitely a mixed bag. So I think Chelsea Green would be smart. I think Naomi, this is the perfect opportunity
to reintroduce her. Okay.
And I think there'll be a huge pop. I think it's the pop that they need to kind of start off. If we are starting off with the Women's Rumble.
Yeah, and that's a big if. We don't know.
I think wherever she falls, whatever number she comes in at, wow, I can't speak now. Comes in at Jesus. She'll make an impact for sure. And I think it'll be great.
Okay. So next question asked. Sorry to interrupt, but I gotta ask this question before we move on from the women's. Number 30. It's a coveted number in both Rumbles. Now, we currently know that we have Ronda Rousey as the SmackDown champion. We have Bianca Belair as the Raw champion. She is facing Alexa Bliss. We are unsure. I don't know if Ronda Rousey is facing Charlotte Flair. They're looking like they may be building that for Rumble. I'm not sure.
I was reading something that we haven't seen Charlotte like on TV.
She came back. She came back to kind of return. And then as quickly as she came back, she disappeared again. So we're not sure where that stands right now. I'm not even sure if she's going to be in the Rumble. I don't know. But number 30, who's got it? Who has that coveted spot? If you're Triple H, who's got number 30? Because number 30 is not a number that somebody draws. Somebody's always given number 30.
Yeah. Because that person is going to make like a huge
usually the final four, unless it's a joke number. Unless it's a joke number, then which would suck because I hate it when they do number 30 and it's a joke. It's got to be somebody awesome.
Don't mess with us. That's the last person entering.
Don't fuck with us and give us. Don't give me Santina. Yeah, well, her brother is with Impact right now, so I don't see Santina returning anytime soon.
That's fine. There's always next year. There's always next year. You know what? If Charlotte is making an appearance, that would be perfect for her. perfect for even Naomi, depending on what they're doing with her with her return. Because even when I was like looking at the matches, I was like thinking for the women's at least, if the championship matches before the Rumble, then obviously whoever loses is gonna go, right? But I don't know how the match card's gonna play out.
Okay, I got a prediction for number 30. I'm just going to throw this out there.
Say Charlotte Flair.
Okay, you're going to say sure. I'm actually going to say that number 30 is going to be Chelsea Green. Okay. And the reason why I say that is because Chelsea Green was released, but was very openly honest about their creative direction for her and that she was never given any.
Yeah.
And we also know that Naomi and Sasha walked out because of creative frustration. So if they are going to give Naomi or Chelsea Green or even Charlotte Flair the frustrations for all three of those women, Naomi walking out, Chelsea did get released, but she was happy to be released because she had no creative freedom.
Right.
And then you talk about also Charlotte Flair. She was pulled off TV because of her frustrations with Becky Lynch boiling over. A lot of backstage drama came out in the forefront. So it was a whole lot of nonsense. I'm sure everyone's kind of crossed their T's and dotted their I's now on that. But I'm going to say Chelsea Green is number 30. And not because I feel like they're going to push her or punch her ticket, but they're going to give her a chance to kind of shine. And I feel like having Chelsea Green have that creative freedom to be that crazy.
Yeah, the hot mess.
The hot mess, Chelsea Green.
Yeah.
I feel like that's something that has an edge in the Rumble. So I feel like Chelsea Green is going to be number 30. As for who's going to win, it's anybody's game. But if they don't add a SmackDown Women's Championship match to the match card, which again, they could announce it as early as the Friday before because SmackDown does air the Friday before.
Yeah.
I would have to say that Charlotte Flair is a logical choice. And I see the final four being, if they don't announce a match with Ronda Rousey, Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, Chelsea Green, Naomi is the final four.
I was about to say Naomi and Sasha Banks, but like,
yeah. I see them being the final, and I see, I want to say I don't see Charlotte Flair winning, and I don't see Becky Lynch winning because it's done so often. But knowing WWE and that they like to kind of stick with the same formula in a lot of ways, but this is Triple H's first Rumble, so we don't know. I'm going to say Charlotte Flair, if that is the case.
Okay.
Because I feel like Charlotte Flair and Ronda Rousey is kind of just bound to happen anyways. And Becky Lynch has been in the main event picture so long. I mean, she was on mat leave, came back, and got thrust back into the main event picture.
Right back into it. Yeah.
So we don't want to have that again. So as far as I'm concerned, I would like to see somebody new win. But again, let's be honest. I don't know who it could be. I mean, I would love to see. I'm a big fan of Roxanne Perez. I was a big fan of her in ROH. And big fan of what she's done in NXT. I'd like to see her win, but I don't see an NXT superstar winning. There is also the wild card of a Rhea Ripley. There is a wild card of a Mia Yim. These people have been waiting in the wings. Now, Rhea Ripley's had Royal Rumble moments. I feel like a dark horse for me could be Mia Yim. I feel like she's kind of she mentioned it when I sat down with her as well. She mentioned that this is kind of like the twilight of her career. She knows she's not going to do this forever. Right. Why not give her a final one? Give Mia Yim that WrestleMania moment. I mean, that would be a dream for a lot of fans. I respect the hell out of her. And putting her with the OC, throwing her in there with AJ Styles, even though he's on the shelf. Yeah. Anderson and Gallows, who we all know I'm a Good Brothers mark. Hardcore, love the Good Brothers next to FTR. Those are my two tag teams forever. Will always be.
Tattoo, commemorate.
Good FTR. Good FTR.
No, we'll come up with a better.
Let go, let God. Like Vinny? No, it's not gonna happen. Okay, moving on. So no weird tattoos. But yeah, I would say that I would love for something like that to happen. So my dark horse pick is Mia Yim. My actual pick is Charlotte Flair. It's boring. It's been done, but that's my actual pick. What do you got?
Okay, so dark horse, I would say Naomi.
Okay, I like it.
And shit, yeah, I have to say, if Charlotte's in the mix, man, like they just love to see. But like, here's the thing: the whole like
she is very close to breaking her father's record too. By the way, I think she's 14 or 15 time champion. So to throw her in and give her that one more title run, have her tie her dad's record, or even break it,
I think that'd be great. And I think more so because of her why to be in wrestling. It's for her brother. She's doing what he couldn't. So I think, as much as we've had beef on Twitter, like that
go through the archives. It's there.
Blocked. But I think just something like that really does touch people's hearts. And if that's the end game and goal for her, then like just push her through, get it over with.
Nobody else to beat a Flair but a Flair, right? The only person that could take Flair's record is a Flair.
Stop, because now I'm seeing Flair versus Flair.
No, we don't want to see Ric Flair up in that ring again. We don't want that. His last match shouldn't have happened, to be honest with you.
It really should have ended with the like, I thought you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it should. That was the best way to end it, but no. Ric Flair.
Beautiful, so cinematic.
It absolutely was. Absolutely was. Travesty. And I know Triple H wouldn't let that happen. I know he wouldn't let that happen. Not the creative. Vince McMahon
I
might.
think he would die before
Triple H would be like, no. I'm not gonna have a defibrillator walk out to the ring with you. It's not gonna happen. And that's not, listen, Ric Flair is 70, he could do more in the ring than I ever could. And that's
but
the
it's
truth.
still a liability.
It's a lot of health issues for sure. And also passing the physicals. There's a lot to consider in that. Okay, let's go on to the next match. And the next match is none other than, whoops, sorry, give me a second. I gotta get back out. Technical difficulty. All right, the next match is the women's match. We all know this. Alexa Bliss punched her ticket to a title shot versus the reigning defending champion Bianca Belair, who in her second title run is having an even more epic run than her first title run. Yes, she was a SmackDown champ first, but regardless, this Raw run has been impressive. She's shown off, and I have to touch on how the first time they did meet in Raw, they did pay homage to Scary Movie.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah.
There was a lot of similarities to that. I went back and I noticed it, and I was like, I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to look stupid, so I'm going to wait till and a lot of people noticed it just like I did. It was great to see. Bianca pulling off the earrings, doing the hop step. I love it. I absolutely love it. So Alexa Bliss, heel Alexa Bliss is the best version of Alexa Bliss.
Absolutely.
This is not dark, fiend Alexa Bliss, which is also fantastic. I think she had a lot, you can see she had a lot of creative fun there, but this is just dark, aggressive, angry Alexa Bliss, kind of a wrestling goddess Alexa Bliss that we got in her early title reigns.
Yes.
This one is hard for me because Bianca Belair, without a doubt, is the modern day superhero for a lot of wrestling fans. Right. She is in my opinion, she's the closest version to a modern day John Cena and Hulk Hogan that we ever had. She smiles. She's so over as a face. Yeah, all-American athlete, came from the struggle, rise above all that stuff. And Alexa Bliss, she's an opportunist. Almost, I want to say she's cerebral, much like Triple H.
Very much so.
Shares a lot of similarities. Like if Triple H and Stephanie had a daughter like already in wrestling daughter, I would see Alexa Bliss being that. Yeah. She has that fire in her, and she picks her spots and her opportunities. Yes. That being said, the juxtaposition here is huge. Bianca Belair has a size advantage. She definitely has a strength advantage. And I will even say she has a speed advantage. And that's surprising because you would say a smaller wrestler usually has a speed advantage, but Bianca Belair is
very agile.
Ridiculously. Yeah. What Alexa Bliss does have is IQ. I will say cunning. This, her IQ and her cunning, her ring IQ and her cunning, she definitely has that over Bianca Belair, and that's not a shot at Bianca Belair. That's just being truthful. Looking at this match as we've broken down, what each wrestler has to offer. This I feel might steal the show, and I always say that about the women's matches. But being a girl dad, I always feel like the girls go out there with a chip on their shoulder, even though they've kind of had this evolution and they do have this. I feel like the girls still feel like we have to show why we have these long matches, why we have 15, 20. We got the opportunities, but we still have to show why we have them.
Sad.
It's sad. It is sad.
But you know what? They go out there and they kick ass, and I'm so proud of them for that, right? Like, because all the little girls watching this have really great role models to look up to.
You didn't.
Tenacity. Yeah, like when I was watching wrestling, it was the
bra and panties matches and the mud wrestling matches.
How uncomfortable
puppies
watching those with my dad, like, and my brother, and like it's demeaning to women. Like, I don't want that. Like, no girl wants that. So and you look at those crowds back in the day, they were predominantly male, a very male crowd. Camera 1, camera 2, camera 1, camera 2, the whole time.
Yes.
But now seeing like more wholesome role models for the girls is absolutely incredible. I think this match really is going to steal the show. When I did see this one on the match card, I was like, who do you pick? How do you pick?
It can't be a pick 'em. I need an answer. I always need an answer.
I'm gonna take Alexa Bliss.
Nice. I like it. Why?
I first of all love her. Okay. Love her.
In any form of her? Like good Alexa, bad Alexa?
No,
this Alexa.
The original, the OG. And not to say anything about Bianca Belair, because any other matches that she's been involved in, I've picked her. She's always been my go-to.
Sure.
She has like this energy about her that's like, oh my God, I want to do better. Like, she's the EST. She's doing the best that she can with everything.
Now, do you think if this match kicks off instead of the Women's Rumble,
Yep.
and Alexa Bliss loses.
She will be entrant number 30.
Okay.
That's what
I
I
like
think.
that.
If
I
this
like that.
Kicks off, Bianca Belair will retain.
Okay.
Alexa Bliss will do the Alexa Bliss thing and be upset and be like, no,
There's still a shot for me here.
no. And she will make her way
Okay.
into the Rumble. And if anything, she will be number 30.
And we never did talk about any returning legends, but usually the Litas and the Trish Stratuses, they usually show
Trish,
up.
but then I'm also thinking how many of these girls can really hang with the girls now in the ring? How many of them can? There's not really a lot that you can choose from, but there are a few that will come back to make that nice little pop, have their 1 or 2 minutes in the ring, and then see you later. But doing that also, I'm like, this is a women's Rumble. I want to be just as excited to watch this as I am for the men's. Show me some real talent. Not to say that they weren't talented.
Don't give me a
not to,
legend
like,
anymore. Like, I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm always happy to see them,
absolutely,
but save the
yes.
legends for Raw 30.
Or
Don't
just
give me
leave-
exactly.
yeah.
I got you. So you're picking Alexa Bliss. I'm gonna shock the world right now. I am not, and I usually always Alexa's always been one of my favorites.
Yep.
I am not picking Alexa Bliss.
Okay.
I feel like the world nowadays, we need that modern day all-American hero.
Oh, yes.
And I feel like Bianca Belair, like I said at the beginning of this match, fits that mode. So for me, I'm picking Bianca Belair to retain.
Okay.
Not to say that I don't agree with you that if she does retain, Alexa Bliss will find a way to get in. And
if the Rumble hasn't happened, yeah.
if the Rumble hasn't happened and this match kicks it off, then for sure we're going to see the loser of this match somehow get involved in the Rumble. 100%.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, moving on. Oh, wait, gotta go this way. There we go. Moving on.
Yes.
This, we could see behind
How
me.
interested
We can see
are
behind
we about this, though? Just the name alone, Pitch Black match. What does that mean?
Now, hold on. I have beef with you about this because I have to go back. I have to tell a story.
Oh my God!
I have to go back. I have to go back. Okay,
guys don't listen to
when Bray Wyatt, whenever a wrestler gets their own tailor-made match, a Hell in a Cell like the Undertaker, a fire match like the Undertaker, a casket match like the Undertaker, this is somebody that is being developed into a storyline go-to. Okay, and when Bray Wyatt was given the House of Horrors match, I was watching it with my wife. Michelle was watching it at the time, with her boyfriend, and a couple mutual friends of ours, and they were shitting. All of them collectively were shitting all over the House of Horrors match. And I posted on Facebook, you can go back through the archives, I posted on Facebook that this match wasn't as bad as the hate it was getting, and it had potential, just needed to be polished. They all shit on me.
First of all, what I said was the match was shit. And it was because it was,
but it was also the first cinematic match of its time. So actually first cinematic match in recent memory, because there have been other ones before, like the graveyard match between Vampiro and Sting.
Was off though, okay, and I will be quite frank with you. The thing that threw me off is WWE has done movies. They have some sort of production level. They know kind of what they're doing. I just think the production value of that match could have been high. I like you said, it definitely could have been polished. I definitely shat on the match. I was like, I don't know what the fuck this is, guys. But
and they also shot on my comment.
I don't know what this guy's talking about. But there's, like I said, there's definitely room for improvement.
Okay, fine. We agree that there's room for improvement.
Yes.
So I believe that the room for improvement, and I don't know if this is going to be a cinematic match or not.
Okay.
I believe
like a do-over.
Like this is the House of Horrors 2.0.
Okay.
So the Pitch Black match, I'm not sure what it's about. The rules haven't even really been specified so much, but I love this rivalry. Okay. I love LA Knight in his original form. I love LA Knight that was we got on the indies, that we got everywhere else, and then he came over here and he was doing weird shit. And I mean, like, I didn't like his NXT run. I didn't like his original with the muscle bound nonsense, the models. That was fucking horrible. But this intrigues me. Now, here's the thing about this match that we do have to talk about. We mentioned two words: Uncle Howdy. Uncle Howdy will get involved in this match. Yes. This will be the setup of the storyline that culminates at WrestleMania 39. Yes. But Michelle, you are the voice of reason.
Oh shit.
Who is Uncle Howdy?
Me. No.
For a couple obvious reasons. One, Uncle Howdy is quite the presence. I mean, they could put you in a fat suit, but I don't see it being possible. And two, he's got about 1.5 feet on you. So again, they could put you in stilts, but I don't see you going through all of that.
I don't know why Bray Wyatt. Not Bray Wyatt. I'm sorry. Mountain Man. What's his name?
Giant Gonzalez?
No.
What are you talking about?
Oh my God.
Mountain Man. From Wrong Turn?
Strong Man.
Braun Strowman.
Braun-
Okay.
Oh my God, how unmemorable.
How did we connect all of that?
That's how, guys, that's how my brain works 24/7. I'm a squirrel. Like that, it's like little crumbs that I gotta follow to get to where I'm at.
I felt like I saw the strings in the fucking, like, it was way out of left field. I don't know. 12 minutes to Wapner. 12 minutes. 12 minutes to Wapner. Shout out to Dustin Hoffman. I don't give a fuck. He's a G. The fucking G.
Great movie.
Great movie. Tom Cruise did not make that movie, but Dustin Hoffman did.
But just based off of what you described, like it has to be obviously a big guy, but that's the only person that I can think of that.
But Braun Strowman is already there. Why would he be pulling double duty? What about the rumors that have been swirling around that it is someone from Bray Wyatt's past? Say I've heard that is a Luke Harper, or not Luke Harper, sorry, I might call Eric Rowan. I've heard it's an Eric Rowan. Shout out to Luke Harper, RIP though, still one of the greats, Brody Lee. I've heard it could be Eric Rowan. I've also heard it could be kayfabe Bray Wyatt's actual brother, Bo Dallas.
Oh my God, I forgot about that guy. That would be sick. That would be dope. Especially because when we do see a real sibling duo,
you got to go back to WrestleMania 10, Hart versus Hart, Owen versus Brett. I mean, that's the fucking legendary sibling storyline.
Because then that sets it up for something down the road for them to split ways, and like
a culmination of a finish. Started off now, get that first taste at WrestleMania, see how the fans respond, then end it all at SummerSlam.
And that will be messed up because I feel like that would end up being like, have you seen the movie The Prestige? It would be like that, of like them just trying to one up each other.
Mind fuck upon mind fuck.
Yeah.
Well, Uncle Howdy does have beef with Bray Wyatt, so this is the culmination of that, and there's no better beef than sibling rivalry.
Yep.
The fact that Bray Wyatt has always had more success than Bo Dallas ever could. Bo Dallas's biggest claim to fame was the B Squad being the token security for the Miz.
His little smile.
That one glove, all that stuff. Is there any other possibilities who you think Uncle Howdy could be?
No, I'm sold on this. Like, this gave me goosebumps. Like, because that takes you back to like old wrestling. Like,
if this gives you goosebumps, wait till you hear my Bloodline explosion storyline. I got something good.
Stay tuned, guys.
All right, so what do you think? Who are you taking in this one? Are we taking Bray Wyatt, or are we taking LA Knight based off an Uncle Howdy interference?
You know what? I think regardless of interference or not, Bray will take it.
So it doesn't matter. Bray will take it.
It doesn't matter. I think even if he does get thrown off.
You've kind of already put it out there for the masses.
I will stick with what I'm saying.
So you're saying Bray Wyatt for the win. I'm going to say LA Knight for the win with an Uncle Howdy interference. Yeah,
he'd be like, what the fuck?
That's the logical course for this to go. This ends the LA Knight storyline. He gets the victory, shady victory or not. He gets the victory. He can move on to somewhere else, and this sets up Bray Wyatt on his road with Uncle Howdy, and they punch their ticket to WrestleMania. It's very simple. So, but I'm interested to see how this match goes, what this match is about, and I can't wait. I always enjoy these types of matches. My favorite cinematic match of all time was the Firefly Funhouse. We know this. That was so good. John Cena in the NWO outfit, fucking amazing.
Good. Yeah.
One of the best.
Gold.
Gold. Absolute gold. Absolute gold. All right. Oh, sorry. Whoops. And okay.
Yes.
Now, we all know, again, I am a mark for a lot of people. This man, I am a mark for. Kevin Owens. I'm already going to announce my pick for this. Kevin Owens. I know it's not going to happen, but Kevin Owens is going to win. I know it's not going to happen, but that's my pick, and I'm sticking to it. But I love this. We've seen this dance before, but this dance has a variable we haven't seen before, and that is Sami Zayn.
Yes.
Sami Zayn, affiliated with the Bloodline, officially a Bloodline member. He's so oozy. I love it. He's very oozy, so oozy. We got to see what happens when Sami Zayn's loyalty was tested at Survivor Series in War Games between his longtime best friend and rival and his new leader, and he chose the Bloodline. He put to rest certain things with Jey Uso for now, but that has been creeping up in certain weeks. There still is that untrusting, especially based on all this happening.
Right.
So Kevin Owens back in the main event where he always should be, in my opinion. I'm happy to see. Here's the thing. Will Sami Zayn be involved in this match, because I honestly believe the Bloodline has a bigger task in the Rumble, Jimmy, Jay, and Sammy, in terms of trying to keep Cody Rhodes out of the main event.
Right.
That's my honest opinion. Or Seth Rollins out of the main event. Those are the two
any of
people.
those guys,
Anybody connected that has history to Roman,
Yeah.
they have to keep out of the main event. So they have a task. But that's not to say that the Bloodline obviously won't get involved in this. There's nothing wrong with the Bloodline playing double duty.
Yeah.
So I know that Kevin Owens is not going to win, but I don't
Yeah.
give a shit. I'm picking Kevin Owens to win.
But he could, because what if Sami Zayn's just fucking around with the Bloodline, but is like really like, this is my best.
Okay, so I've thought about that, and I'm going to give you two possible scenarios that I've seen. I don't think, for example, unfortunately, I don't think Kevin Owens is going to win, because you're not going to end a 3-year reign.
Not like that. No,
Not
no,
like
no,
that.
no. It has to be bigger.
But,
Oh.
but if it were to go that way, Sami Zayn comes out. Just go with me on this one, guys. I do have an ability. As I said, the last prediction show, it's fun to dream.
Yeah.
So dream with me for a second, ladies and gentlemen.
Close your eyes, sit back.
Get serene. Pull up a beer. A joint if you want to. Do whatever you want to do. Smoke a line of coke off a hooker's ass. I don't give a shit. Just listen to me. The fact is, if Sami Zayn does come out and show his loyalty to a historic rivalry and friendship with Kevin Owens and helps him defeat Roman Reigns, then turns his back on the Bloodline, then in the same turn turns his back on Kevin Owens, goes into business for himself. We get Sammy versus Owens at WrestleMania again, but this time it's for gold. And that's a different element for both of these guys.
Yeah.
To have an all-Canadian main event would be a dream for a lot of Canadian wrestling fans, because we haven't ever had that.
Yeah.
There hasn't been an all-Canadian main event. And if there has, I don't remember it, to be completely honest with you. I don't remember ever seeing 2 Canadians in the main event at a WrestleMania. I don't think it's ever happened before. Because Brett versus Owen was not a main event. That kicked off. The main event was later on the night when Brett still won the fucking title. I'm also a Bret Hart mark, though, so I'm not going to say anything. But I'm more of an Owen Hart mark. But, so that's the possible scenario I see. But the way I see this going is Sami Zayn will definitely get involved in this match.
Yeah.
He will show his undying loyalty to Roman Reigns, which will set up my storyline for later on in Royal Rumble. So we'll have to go with me on that one. But Roman Reigns will win this match. I want Kevin Owens to win it, but he's not going to. Roman Reigns will win this match based off of Sami Zayn interference, getting in the way of Kevin Owens, doing something underhanded to Kevin Owens in some way, shape, or form. Roman Reigns retains and punches his ticket right to WrestleMania. Do you see it going the same way I do, or do you have a difference of opinion?
No, I see it going that way. But what I do see with the Sami Zayn interference is I feel like he's going to give us a moment where we won't be sure where his loyalty lies.
Like he did at War Games. Because War Games, we weren't sure, and then we saw it.
You know, but then I think he's going to be like, no, eyes on the prize. You know what this is all for. You know what we're working towards, and he'll stick with the Bloodline. But I also do think that maybe that whole thing is just a facade. He could be out for himself, you know, and good for him too. Like
it's long overdue.
He's had, absolutely.
Overdue.
You know what I mean? So
That's
excited. I'm excited to see this unfold though, because I will say the matches aside from the Rumbles, I'm really excited about, and I can't say that I've been like excited to hear wrestling matches, like a whole card, in a really, really long time. So
well, that's a creative. That's the new creative direction of a 3-lettered man.
All the same letter.
All the same letter. Very much also all the same letter. Yep. Yeah, that would be
RVD.
No, that's not the same letter. You just the hamster wheels stopped turning there for a second. I'm sure.
I didn't get the brain cell today. Okay, Jack's got the brain cell today.
All right, here we go. Now back to the main event, and the main event is boom, the men's rumble.
Yeah,
that's right. So the men's rumble. Go with me. This is a long-winded rant, but it has.
Okay. All right, guys.
So strap up, strap in, and get ready. Here we go. Yeah, get your drink. You're gonna need it. You're gonna get so wowed in this. You're gonna want to be very hydrated. Okay. So Cody Rhodes is coming back for the Rumble, so he said he's coming back for the Rumble. I also believe that we will see a Matt Cardona in the Rumble.
Yes.
I feel like you said, couples 2 for 1. If Chelsea Green's been signed, Matt Cardona, I believe, has done his obligation, and I believe we'll see him. I also believe we're going to see 2 individuals from MLW that I'm a big fan of. The Judge, EJ, and Duca had a hell of a run in MLW. He's now a free agent. There has been a lot of interest, and he grew as a performer, both in-ring and promo in MLW. Court Bauer giving him the opportunity, much like Paul Heyman did for Stone Cold Steve Austin, and I'm not comparing EJ Nduka to the talent and legend of Stone Cold Steve Austin. I'm not. I'm saying an opportunity was given, and we got to see what the polished product of an EJ Nduka looked like.
Right.
And it looked pretty damn fucking good. I feel like we will get Nduka in the Rumble. And I also feel like, I don't know, fingers crossed, I'm thinking the young GOAT Myron Reed will make an appearance in the Rumble. I would love to see him get signed. I think sign him, let him debut at the Rumble, send him down to NXT to reunite with his rascal brother over there, who is the North American champion, by the way. That was one half of Dez and Wentz. We're talking about Dez, obviously. It's not Wentz.
Not
Wentz
Wentz,
is, we're talking about Dez. But awesome to see Myron Reed, make an appearance, show Hot Fire exactly what he is and how good he is. Because Myron Reed has had some of the best matches. I mean, Leo Rush versus Reed 1, Rush versus Reed 2. Not fucking said. Go on the MLW YouTube page. Trust me, you will not be disappointed. I believe that that's the case. That's what I'm hoping for. Legends-wise, I don't know who we're going to get. And really, as much as I'm excited to see Legends, that is not what I'm excited about. What I'm excited about is Cody Rhodes. He will win. He will punch his ticket to WrestleMania. He will face Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. As much as Jimmy and Jay and Sammy will try to stop him, this is Cody Rhodes. This is the buildup that is bound to happen. I believe the final four will be one of the Usos, Sami Zayn, Cody Rhodes, and Seth Rollins. That is your final four. Sammy and whichever Uso, Jimmy or Jay, will take care of Rollins. It won't be easy because Rollins will not go quietly into the night. They'll take care of him off the distraction. We will get the Uso thrown out by Cody, and it'll be Cody versus Sammy. Exactly. As the final two, Cody will get the win. Roman will come out at the end of the show with his belts.
And be like, okay.
With Paul Heyman behind him, just a stare down will happen. Cody will look at him, point to WrestleMania, do the belt thing, all that. Then we'll get Monday Night Raw, and this is where the plot will thicken. Roman Reigns will come out and say that Cody Rhodes didn't deserve it. He cheated. Somehow there'll be a controversy about how he threw Sami Zayn out of the ring. And somehow down the line, this will become a triple threat. One of the Elimination Chambers match will be a way to get added to the triple threat, which Sami Zayn will win.
I see that. And you know what I think it'll come down to? Not both feet touch the floor.
Something along the lines of that.
It'll be something stupid where they're like looking back at the tape.
Like
the NFL.
Oh, it'll be like Shawn Michaels and did he hang? Exactly. Now, Sami Zayn will work his way into the main event. Good for him, rightfully so. Now it'll be of you got me, you're Uzi enough, absolutely. Tribal Chief, I got you. We get to WrestleMania. It's a 2-on-1. Cody's getting beaten down. Roman gets beaten down. All of a sudden, Sammy's at a crossroads. He has an opportunity to potentially win the Undisputed Championships, both Universal and this and that. Now, there is a rumor that Roman will defend each title separately at each night. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. I'm hearing that Cody Rhodes on night 1, The Rock on night 2. Now, The Rock has already come out and said he is not physically going to be in shape for WrestleMania 39, but that could just be shit talking to build everything up.
Exactly.
Let's get this out of the way right now. Will The Rock show up at WrestleMania 39? Just say yes or no. Or give an explanation if you
39?
Yeah.
No, because it's 39.
40?
If he's coming back, it's going to be on a momentous one, like on one that matters.
So you're thinking 40. That we might even see Roman Reigns retain at WrestleMania and go on a
just for another year, right? Like technically a year seems like a lot, but it's not a lot. We all live lives. We know a year is not really a lot of time. Mm-hmm. I mean,
but Roman Reigns has had a pretty impressive goddamn reign right now.
Say that, and when you look at his career beforehand, and how people would chant that they wanted him to die, and honestly,
they really fucking did.
That stuff really it kind of hurt my heart a little bit because I'm like, this is a human being, that's tough. But you know what? Good for him because he stuck it out. He
874 plus days as champion.
Jesus Christ, he stuck it out. And look at where he is now. He ate shit. For a
remember when he was the big dog? And this is my dog.
Yeah. Oh my
yeah. Remember all that? Remember him retiring The Undertaker, but not really retiring The Undertaker? Remember all that? But listen. Okay, so you think The Rock at 40, Roman to retain.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think The Rock ever again. And this is just it. The Rock is one of the biggest movie stars in recent memory.
That's true.
He's got so much on his plate. He's got his own production company now. He's also very upset with the way things went down with Black Adam and the DC universe and all that.
Yeah,
He's been very
yeah,
vocal
yeah.
about that. Also with the beef, the on again, off again beef with Vin Diesel. I think The Rock has so much
Yeah,
shit on,
that's true.
and I'm not talking about the beefs. I'm just saying he's got so many projects on the go. The
That
Rock
he
is
doesn't have
always
something.
working.
Yeah,
I don't feel like there's enough time in the
That's true.
schedule for the Rock to come back to induct someone in the Hall of Fame one night, fly him in and out for an hour, sure.
I see that.
But the fact is I don't really see The Rock coming back. I want to get that out of people's minds. But Sami Zayn, back to my storyline. Sami Zayn's at a crossroads now in the match at WrestleMania. He's at a crossroads. He could pin Roman here and win it all.
Yeah.
So he does.
Yeah.
He goes to pin Roman. Roman kicks out. Then it becomes a true triple threat with the ultimate champion being Cody Rhodes. This is the final nail in the coffin of the bloodline. Sami Zayn reunites with Kevin Owens down the line to maybe take out the bloodline, take away the tag team champions. Roman's lost the gold. All of a sudden, the bloodline is just
falls apart.
Yeah. No gold, no titles to keep anybody happy. Now, mind you, Sammy could show loyalty to Kevin, and that could be the first nail in the coffin, and they could go on to face the Usos at WrestleMania and take the titles early.
I was just about to say, start that whole domino.
But I feel like the first storyline that I pitched was Sammy in the triple threat at WrestleMania. I feel like that's a strong way. I feel like Sami Zayn finally gets the main event that he deserves, because Kevin Owens already main evented WrestleMania. Last year with Stone Cold Steve Austin, he main evented night one.
Honestly, Stone Cold Steve Austin at WrestleMania last year was the best thing I've ever seen in my fucking life. I will remember it till the end of time. Him laughing at Vince McMahon because he's so old and he couldn't keep it. Oh my god, guys!
But Kevin Owens selling the stunner.
Oh my god, yeah, no, that match together was beautiful.
Well, and what an honor for Kevin Owens, right? Like Stone Cold wants to come back and he says, I want to work with this guy.
Yeah. And Kevin Owens, there's that story that he's like, oh, he saw Stone Cold and he was like, don't stop, don't or something like that.
Yeah. There's history
gave him
there.
That advice. So I think that was really cool to see that kind of tie off full circle there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. So what do you think? What do you think about which either storyline I pitched could be fantastic, but which one as a fan would you be more excited to see shaping up? I mean, it's fun to dream.
I like the slow build, so I like the first one. I think if it happens at this WrestleMania, I think it's a little too soon. I think it's too soon. How many days did you say? 894?
874 plus days is what the internet shows. I think we're creeping up on the 900-day mark, actually, more closely.
And then by next year,
he would be over 1,000.
I think that's the goal, to at least get to 1,000.
Yeah, you could be right.
That's what I think. If they've had him for this long, I think for sure, at least until 1,000, and which would take us to next WrestleMania, have it all unfold. At least, hey man, you lost, but you held that title for 1,000 days.
Absolutely. I think that no matter what, this road to WrestleMania will be the funnest in recent memory. Based off the new creative direction. I feel like there's a lot of endless possibilities, but I do feel like Cody Rhodes winning is the best obligation. I didn't actually get your pick. Do you have a pick for the Men's Rumble? And do you also have a dark horse pick for the Men's Rumble? Because we could also think about that. What about this? Inadvertently, Cody goes to throw Sammy, but Cody gets thrown out and Sammy wins the Rumble.
Oh my god.
I mean, swerve could happen.
And then be like, but I didn't mean to win. I didn't mean to.
And then we could get you're going to have to pull a Kevin Nash. You're going to have to take a dive for your tribal chief.
And then it becomes
a Kevin Owens whispering in his ear. Do you want that? You're going to main event?
And he could be the guy.
You're going to main event?
Main event.
And Kevin Owens maybe finds a way to work his way in as a special guest referee for that match?
See, okay, I love it because the possibilities are
endless.
Endless.
You could really think of multiple ways for this winding road to get to WrestleMania. It doesn't always have to be the most straight and seamless line.
Or
there is options.
And this whole thing could not even be real. And somebody,
The Rock could be number 30. It could be fucking swerving us all.
I don't know. I think if he's not going to come back, just say you're not returning.
Yeah, but everyone would expect 40. because like you said, it's a
Yeah,
milestone number.
Yeah, right.
39 isn't a milestone number, so why not fuck with the fans a little bit? I'm not going to be physically ready, and then all of a sudden, WrestleMania, you just hear, do you smell what the Rock is? That place would fucking pop.
No, but they'd have to do it better. They'd have to have somebody like just zoom in on somebody and be like, you smell that?
You smell the Rock is, yeah. Well, they would do it however cool they want to do it. But the fact is that the possibilities are the road. The shortest distance between 2 points is not always the straight.
Yeah,
it's not always the straight road.
It's true. It's true. Oh man, that's hard. I think
I've spinned a web. I've spinned the ultimate web of where things could go.
it would be good to see Cody win though. Just
I would love to see Cody win.
It like
I mean, seeing him come back last year, even though we all knew he was coming, it still was cool as fuck to hear that music.
Because he's coming, it's like a homecoming, right?
Yeah.
The Rhodes.
Well, I mean,
like
think about the business sense of Cody Rhodes. Say what you want to say, but he is his father's son.
Absolutely.
Think about it, kid. You're going to be a mid-carder forever here. We're going to re-sign you. Nice fat deal. You're going to be Stardust till the day you die. I don't want it. I'm going to refuse a deal. I'm going to become a free agent. I'm going to cut my teeth back in the indies, show you what I'm worth. Start another organization. Show you that there's a beef, but not really a beef. Yeah. Not re-sign with the organization I helped build brick by brick to return back as a main event player. Yeah. That's fucking a homecoming and then some.
Huge. And I think that whole story, though, says a lot, right? The Rhodes name itself in WWE is huge. People might have thought, oh, like he's Dusty.
If we didn't have Dusty Rhodes, we wouldn't have had some of the greatest matches and promos we've ever had, but we wouldn't have a Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have an Alexa Bliss.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have Kevin Owens, a Sami Zayn. We wouldn't have the characters
and the talent,
that Dusty sprinkled, that little dust magic that he had. The Dusty Road magic is synonymous in wrestling, and anybody who says contradictory, look at the list.
Yeah, go take a look.
Go take a look at who he's helped build in this fucking business, and then tell me I'm wrong. Yeah. And I'm only listing a couple of recent names. I'm not talking about his whole historic career. Yeah. I mean, he was a decent booker before he came to WWE. Yeah, he did help with the downfall of WCW, but we're not going to get into that.
Yeah, no, that's a story for another day, guys.
That's big. That's a long story. That's multiple parts. But the Dusty Rhodes magic has always been synonymous in WWE, and again, Dusty holds a special place in everybody's heart. I got to figure right there. So the fact is I feel like Cody Rhodes is the best way to welcome Cody back off of this injury. I mean, in the heart that guy showed at Hell in a Cell with Seth, and how that was not a kayfabe injury. That was a legit injury. He went through hell in that fucking match. I haven't even watched that match since because it was so hard to watch the first time.
Yeah. You can't go back and
he laid it out on the line, but it was fucking hard to watch. Yeah. It was. Yeah. So all intents and purposes, I'm going to pick Cody. I think you're picking Cody as well.
Yeah. I think story-wise, and we know Triple H, he does love a story, which God bless him for it, because like I've missed wrestling. Like I've missed it.
Well, a lot of times those storylines have missed the boat. I mean, perfect example one example that I could think of, it doesn't matter how over you could be. Damien Sandow winning Money in the Bank, over. The next day, he's dressed as Macho Man. Yeah. I mean, there comes a time when questionable decisions have been made, but there comes a time where you have to give the fans actually what they want. And any of these three storylines, I think the fans would sink their teeth into. And I think it would be great. Sami getting a main event spot, winning, not winning, still great for Sami Zayn and what he's been through and the career that he's had, the ups and downs, the injuries, the fact that when he came out, from where he came out to last year with the whole crazy conspiracy theory to so many things. I mean, Sami Zayn, this has been the best form of Sami Zayn we've been. He is so fucking over. He has skyrocketed your t-shirt sales, and that shit matters when it comes to WWE. So the fact of the matter remains is, I mean, I'm not the biggest Sami Zayn fan, but I got to say what he's done with his Bloodline storyline is nothing short of fucking amazing. Yeah.
You know what? It's showing us what he's capable of, right? Like when you look early on in his career and you see what an impact El Generico made and like how much people loved that character, loved him and how over he was. and then he came back. He came to WWE, and then Sami Zayn was still huge and over, but then he had like this period of just like low, like
he was shit. You could
yeah,
say it. He was
like,
shit.
It was like he's trying to find himself or his persona. Like I don't know.
And when all else failed and they didn't know what to do with him, let's reignite the old rivalry with Kevin Owens. It's almost like when they had no creative direction for either of those guys,
and they were like, let's just smash them
let's
together.
let's
That's
reignite
not
that.
what we want to see.
It's not
that way. Not in that way.
We've seen it enough.
Yeah.
I don't need to see Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. What I do need to see is for the one time that it was so exciting to see Sami get one up on Kevin. When he low blowed Kevin, I was like, that sucked because I'm a big Kevin Owens mark. But at the same time, like, fuck, Kevin has done that to him so many fucking times.
Yeah.
Karma's a bitch, motherfucker. It's his turn now.
That's why I think him being in the mix here with Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns is like, it's interesting, the dynamic, because there's so much history there.
But both superstars have used Sami Zayn to their own advantage.
Right.
So how many times is Sami Zayn going to get his dick kicked in the dirt before he says, fuck
enough is enough, right?
You're not going to give me the opportunity. I'm going to take it.
I have a question for you though. So the men's match is happening. Well, we assume the men's.
I would think it's going to be the main event.
Right. The main event.
I believe it's going to be the main event.
Okay.
So I believe
will happen before.
I believe that Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens will happen before, and the Rumble will happen last. The Rumble will always be the last match.
Yeah.
The men's Rumble will always be the last match.
So, what if Kevin Owens
loses?
You don't see anything.
I really don't know. I think if Kevin Owens loses, I think he's gonna lose and somehow kayfabe an injury, then stay off TV for a couple weeks, then come back to somehow work his way in as a special guest referee, or maybe make his return at WrestleMania. Okay. I don't have anything for Kevin Owens after this storyline, other than him being that conciliary in Zayn's ear, or being that catalyst in Zayn's ear, or somehow working his way in as a special guest referee. I don't have any creative. He can maybe enter the Rumble, but I don't really see it.
Yeah. I don't really see that happen. Well,
because it doesn't fit any of the it doesn't fit any right now. This fits because it's will Sami or won't Sami.
Yeah.
That's what this is about.
Yeah.
Throwing Kevin in this match is not a knock at Kevin, because I know it's going to be a good match. And we've seen it before, but Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns, they've got that fight forever feel, in my opinion. And if my opinion's wrong, hey, my opinion's wrong. But the fact is, I've enjoyed their feuds. But this match at WrestleMania or Royal Rumble is not about them. It's about Sami.
Right.
It's about where does Sami's loyalty lie.
Okay.
This whole storyline, I feel, has been built around Sami for quite some time.
Yeah,
at least in the last little stretch, anyways.
No, even myself, like, I know he is the bigger picture here. Like, you can see that he's the bigger picture here.
His allegiances and where they lie, that's the true question.
Tipping point. That's
that is
going to,
We've got the justice is blind thing. We've got the the weights on either side.
Yeah.
Just which way is Sami going to tip?
Yeah.
Roman or Kevin? Where's he going? So I think that's what it's going to come down to. But all I can tell you is that Saturday, January 28th is going to be a hot ticket event.
Yes.
If you got tickets, lucky you. I myself have a great seat. My comfortable couch.
The couch.
In front of my 65-inch. And I'm happy to say.
With my own drinks.
Yes. With my own drinks. And I don't have to wait for popcorn. I don't have to overpay. A shout out, though, if you don't want to overpay, buy from Ray. Great. He's we have kayfabe heat, but I love Ray. Good guy. We got kayfabe heat, though. But guys, for sure, thank you so much for tuning in. This has been another one of our famous prediction shows. Michelle always coming back for this one. I appreciate her love and help. And again, go through the archives if you do want to hear about the Charlotte Flair beef, because it is entertaining as fuck.
It's actually really good. And
it's not a whole bunch of episodes.
No,
I think it's snippets over 3 or 4 different episodes, but it's entertaining as fuck.
It was a highlight in that part of my life, because I was like, oh my God. We're going back and forth.
Charlotte
and then,
Flair
punches with Charlotte Flair on Twitter. How cool is
on
that?
Twitter? I mean, in real life, she wouldn't stand a fucking chance.
Maybe not.
No, I've seen Charlotte Flair in real life. You wouldn't stand a chance.
We're supposed to be friends. You gotta have my back, bro.
Listen,
I appreciate the
if
honesty.
Roman Reigns was in this building right now and wanted to fucking punch my teeth down my throat, do I have a chance?
Like, don't touch my friend.
Right, but do I have a chance? No.
So thanks for tuning in, guys.
Before I wrap up the show, not you. Go ahead, shout out your socials for anyone that wants to keep up with you or ask you any wrestling related questions.
Michelle Arujo, MichellElearaujo _
360.
No 360. But I love that you just inside joke for anybody who's like wondering what the heck that means. Like, 'cause it's twice now that he said 360
My
and we
face is
both
so
like
red right now.
died. So
Ah.
no 360s. But yeah, hit me up, man. I'm always available to talk, to chat, and I don't know, keep it cool, kids. Stay gold, pony boy. Stay gold.
Stay gold, yeah. Okay, before we wrap it up, we have to continue this for a second. The line from the movie, I swear to God, from one of my favorite movies, which is The Outsiders. I always thought it was "Stay golden, pony boy." But Michelle, in a text message a couple days ago, said to me on the phone, we were setting this up for timing. She said, "Yeah, stay gold." And I was like, "You fucking idiot, stay golden." And she actually sent me a picture of the book, and she highlighted the particular 2 words. And I was like, fuck, she's right. And she's right. It is stay gold, pony boy. So if anybody has not read The Outsiders or know what I'm talking about, I don't know what to tell you because it's a literary classic.
I know, right? And the movie too.
I can't change that. I actually prefer the book than the movie.
I prefer the book.
I love the movie, but the books are always better, and
Yes.
not because the movies don't do it right. The movies actually do pay homage very well,
Yes.
but the books are your own imagination.
That's exactly how I feel as well. Too.
So I
Yeah.
feel like when I watch that, I don't see Ralph Macchio as that character. I don't see who they picked to be Pony Boy as Pony Boy. In my head, Pony Boy looked way different than Ricky's role.
Oh, yeah, right? Because like it's up to your own interpretation. They're giving
Exactly.
you like the building
The
blocks.
only casting I feel like they got right in that movie
Yeah.
was Patrick Swayze. Patrick Swayze was the
Yes,
perfect
yes,
casting.
Yes. But then Rob Lowe too, as Soda Pop, like come on, a young Rob Lowe. No,
I pictured Soda Pop to be. I pictured Tom Cruise to be Soda Pop. My honest opinion. When I read Outsiders, hey, they didn't talk about fucking Soda Pop's teeth.
No, but he was like the handsomest guy ever. Like everybody wanted him. So like you need to cast that as somebody who's like,
Yeah, and 3 years later, Rob Lowe got busted for almost having sex with an underage girl.
That's neither here nor there.
Fine, Rob Lowe's Soda Pop fine was perfect too. Okay, there, I've given you the win. Take the win, okay? Rob Lowe's Soda Pop was great.
All right, guys, see you later.
This has gone off the fucking rail. Anyways, guys, peace, love, and wrestling. All the links for the socials are below. Thank you so much. Enjoy Royal Rumble and the road to WrestleMania. And don't forget to, if you watch this video and you've enjoyed our banter, like, subscribe, comment below if you want to see this pain in the ass back. I'll bring her back for something else.
Yeah, man. You know what? And hit us up if you do want to see me back. Drop some episode ideas, man. I'd love to hear what you guys would find entertaining. And maybe we'd find it entertaining as well.
We might find it entertaining as well. We might. I think that we need to get a subject where we both get into a heated debate because I feel like we haven't had a heated debate.
Yeah.
Send
us some shit, guys.
Yeah, send us some shit. Actually, you know what? Send us one episode I think we should touch on is a hot button subject for Michelle and I.
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels' eye. Does it go left or right?
Or does it like back and forth?
In that match in Saudi Arabia when he got knocked in the turnbuckle, did it go straight for 3 seconds? I fucking saw that shit. I know it happened. It did. Peace, love, and wrestling, guys. We'll see you next time. Later. Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to tune in next week for another great episode on all available podcast platforms and hosted on Podbean. Also, check us out on YouTube at Straight Talk Wrestling, on Instagram at Straight Talk Wrestling, on Facebook at Straight Talk Wrestling, and on Twitter at _Straight Talk. And if you feel the need to buy some sweet merch, check us out on ProWrestlingTees.com.
Leaving the scene with no trace, not in my league. You out of place. I'm not at the top. I'm outer space. Can't eat with us. We're out of place. I'm doing fine. I'm feeling great. You're not my fan. You can't relate. Straight talk going. Stay